Hello everyone, welcome to another guide. Today we're going to be doing the mutation stats for our dire wolves. This is going to be something that's going to help immensely whenever you're getting into doing the higher level bosses or just bosses in general. You remember our elite lethal dire wolves from a previous video. We're going to be giving them the upgrade treatment today. We have our female and our male. First, let's go over a couple things that we're going to be using in this video. We do have the Dino Depot mod, so we do have a depot terminal. We also have these Dino Ball stacks so that we can capture our babies. We do have the ×10 mutation potions, which we will feed 2 of to our female, which will result in 40 mutations per baby. We have our love potion, gender change potion, and grow up potion. The server that I'm on currently does have max omega sheep miracles, so our breeding times are going to be a lot quicker than most people's. We also have our endless nest over here who has the breeding boost timer. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to feed our female 2 of these potions. As you see above her name, it is a ×20 mutation. Then we're going to enable breeding. Now what we're going to want to do is get about 5 to 10 eggs. 5 to 10 eggs is the sweet spot, just so in case we get our mutations in, say, weight, we don't want to use that egg. We're going to want to use an egg that has either melee or health. So we're going to use a couple of these potions as soon as the breeding cooldown timer pops up, just to make sure we get a couple eggs a little bit faster. And if you're using Nano Spyglass, you can see the breeding cooldown timer here in the corner. So every time that pops up, you'll feed another love potion. And that is 5. So as soon as she has her 5th egg, we'll keep an eye on these as they are incubating. You see this one is already at 0% incubation. I like to wait until all of them are at 0% so I can hatch them all at once. Once again, with the Max Omega Sheep Miracles, the cooldowns take quite a lot less time. So it goes by a lot quicker for us than it may for you. This could take a little while longer, but I always suggest doing this when miracles are active, just so it's a little bit more convenient. And in the time that we've been waiting, they already laid another egg because of those miracle timers. Alright, so our 6 eggs are about to be fully incubated. What I do is I drop all of them, and then I transfer over our Dino Ball stacks, which will automatically pick them up, and it won't have the bug where it doesn't give you the variant. So now we're looking for something with health, which this first baby does have health. We're going to kill the rest of the babies, take the Dino Ball stacks, and we're going to swap this out with the male, leaving the female with her mutations going. We're going to toss out this new baby, change it to a male with our gender change potion, and use our grow up potion. Now we're going to enable breeding and allow them to have a few more babies. Now this male that we just picked up is what we call a clean male. It does not have any mutations on it. We're going to save this for later. So now we have our 40 stat mutated health direwolf breeding with our clean female that has no mutations. We've got 4 eggs in there now. Let's go ahead and get another 5 eggs. And sometimes if the timer disappears, you just turn off the spyglass and turn it back on and it'll reappear. Now what we're going to be looking for is when the eggs hatch, we're going to be looking for something that a baby that got the 40 points in health again, meaning that it doubled up and now it has 80. And we've got a few that are already ready, so let's go ahead and hatch those. Remember, drop the eggs first and then transfer over the dino balls. Okay, this one has 40 in melee, 40 health, 40 melee, 40 health, 40 stamina. So these are babies that we do not want to keep. And if you'll notice, our female direwolf got one breeding paragon. This is not uncommon earlier in the stages of breeding, and is actually something that we are definitely rooting for, which means that all of her babies, oh, there she just got another one, 2 breeding paragons. That means that all of her babies will now have 2 breeding paragons, which will come in handy for when we do our breeding paragons next. Okay, still no 80 in health. This is a bit of a time-consuming process, and our breeding paragons are going to be a whole lot less involved. This is just more complicated because you do have to wait and make sure that you get the mutations that you want from your babies. Health and melee are the 2 main ones. You can go for whichever mutations that you'd like, but those are the recommended 2. Now, while you are doing these mutations, they are going to come out all different kinds of colors. That is normal. Every single time that your dino lays an egg, it will have that opportunity to have another breeding paragon. Keep in mind also, if you are using a tech shield, that your babies, since they are not part of your tribe, will be pushed out of the shield and are left vulnerable for other people to claim them. And as you can see as well, there is the mutation timer that's down here at the bottom, so that you can kind of have a look on the fly to make sure that your female does still have the mutation timer going. If it runs out and you do not refresh the mutation timer, of course you will not get any further mutations. And as you can see, any dropped eggs will go right back into the terminal as long as they are not at 0% incubation. And unfortunately, we still don't have our 80. So I'm going to cut to when we have completed this process and tell you what to do for our next steps. Alright, and I do believe this is going to be our final egg for the health mutations. And we got 2 babies. So as you see, we have 255 in health. We have 2 breeding paragons. We have 2 babies, which is very nice, but not as helpful as you would think, since now we're going to switch out the male, the clean male, once again. And then we're going to do this all over until there is 255 in melee. After obtaining 255 in melee, we'll take the baby with 255 in health and the baby with 255 in melee, and we will breed those together. That'll give their child 255 in both melee and health, and you're all set. You can do this with the other mutations as well if you choose, completely up to you, but with the mutation potions in Arc, it's not really that necessary. These are going to be the 2 main stats that you're going to want to focus on, because as you see as well, it does give additional levels. Oh, it looks like they did sneak in 2 mutations on our food there. Not a big deal. It is 1 level per mutation. So with the 255 in health and the 2 in food, we got 257 levels. Now, if you enjoyed this guide, make sure to subscribe and comment below if there's anything that you would like for me to make in the future. I'd be more than happy to. If you'd like to join our Discord, I post all of my videos there so you'll get notifications when they go live. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time for Paragon breeding. Take care!